Hi there, it's April. It's so exciting to be with you today. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's been a little while since I've been on here. Happy New Year. I have a message for you. I've been on a 21-day prayer and fasting for the last 21 days. It ended Saturday this past week, but I learned a lot on this, connecting closer to God and learned more about my own journey, right? This work that I'm here to do in the world. You have work that you're here to do in the world. As a matter of fact, I believe that you are really here to use your pain to help other people overcome their pain. And I call this process or this method the hero's journey, which was coined by the famous author and philosopher and the late Joseph Campbell. My journey for the hero's journey was a little bit different, but I have had every stage and went through every stage of this messenger's journey, which is also parallels with the hero's journey. So, how do you know if you have an important calling for your life? How do you know if you've been on the hero's journey? What is the hero's journey? What does that mean for you? I want to share that with you today in this video. So I hope you'll stay with me. It's really great. There's several stages of this. If you've experienced two or more of these stages, maybe all of the stages, it's a highly likely that you have an important calling for your life, that you're meant to have a business that is the vehicle that you help to use your pain to help other people overcome their pain. It's the vehicle that you share that because you've got a solution that can help them. And I believe that's really the purpose of your business. So, who is this for? This is for purpose driven entrepreneurs, coaches, consultants, and speakers. And I want to share with you the stages that I went through in my own life. So, let's dive in. So the stages of what I call the messenger's journey, it's parallel to the hero's journey, which is what Joseph Campbell wrote about. I encourage you to take a look at his book, which is called The Hero with a Thousand Faces. It talks about in that book, he did a in-depth research project. He studied the most famous stories and mythologies in history. Stories like The Wizard of Oz and many other stories that are famous from mythology and history. And he discovered that there were 12 distinct stages that the main character were in those stories. The hero's journey and those stages can be found in modern day movies that have been blockbusters, the best-selling number one hit movies such as Star Wars and Avatar and many others, like even Disney movies for that matter. They've turned the hero's journey into storylines because as human beings, we deeply resonate with it because it's describing our life. We're on that journey. So let me share with you my experience and with the hero's journey, which I call the messenger's journey, and exactly how it plays out. If you've had two or more of these stages, if you've experienced these things, I believe that you have a very important calling for your life, that you are meant to have a business that serves, that you have something that can contribute, that can dramatically change hundreds, if not millions, of other people's lives. Here's the first stage, stage one. It starts with you having a chronic, painful problem that you're aware of. You've been trying to solve this problem in your life or in your business for a long time. It could be months, maybe 6 months have passed by, maybe a year has passed by, maybe 3 years have passed by, maybe decades have passed by, but you still keep bumping up against this painful chronic problem despite effort, and you don't know how to get to the other side of it. That problem could be in your business, it could be in your marriage, it could be in your identity, it could be in your peace of mind, it could be in your weight, right? If you've been on a journey for weight loss, it could be in any area, depending on you and your specific journey that you're on in your own life. But you've got a chronic problem, and it's been years. And the problem has reached a crisis point, and you know it must change. You're done. Something absolutely must change. And you're searching. It caused you to go on a search for answers, a search for the truth, a search for a solution. to finally break free and get to the other side. You want a breakthrough. So the second stage is you go on the search. You get the call to the hero's journey, right? You begin searching to find the solution to this chronic problem that's painful that you've had. Maybe it's healing from past traumas from childhood, or healing from other wounding experiences. That could be the chronic painful problem. But nothing seems to work. The problem persists and it gets worse. So then finally, the third stage of this messenger's journey is you hit rock bottom. The problem led to a big loss. It could be in many forms, some kind of a crisis. It could be a big loss. It could be a bankruptcy. It could be a failed business, a painful crisis, some kind of crisis, maybe a mental or emotional breakdown. It could be a health crisis where you get a bad diagnosis at the doctor's office. It could be in the form of even a car crash, an accident, some kind of an accident, a broken bone, something that led you to have a rock bottom moment. You reached an all-time low. And then the next stage of this messenger's journey is you feel like you've tried everything. You don't know what else to do. So you surrender to God. You reach out to God. You ask for help. You surrender. You are in prayer. God, forgive me for anything I've done wrong, my sins. I'm asking for your help. Clearly, I want to go with your plan for my life. I'm asking you for help because clearly my plans haven't worked out. And you literally turn the problem over and surrender it to a higher power, to God, and you ask for help. You're sincere. It's usually through the form of prayer. And then the next stage of this messenger's journey is the transformation. It's this experience changes you. It leaves you, it's leaving you behind. It's leaving behind the ego or the false identity. It's just the beginning of this. It's like you've entered a transformation state. You're not quite who you used to be, this old identity, but yet you're not quite this new emerging identity or this new emerging person that you're becoming. You're in between. So you're in what they call a dark night of the soul. You're in this in-between stage. This dark night of the soul can last anywhere from a few weeks to a couple of months. It could be even years. It depends on the person. For me, it lasted several years. You don't have to go through it several years. You can move through this process quicker on the journey. So we no longer feel the need to try and prove our value as human beings with anything outside ourselves anymore. You're in this place of shifting. Your mindset of shifting. Old habits are shifting, but you're reaching this a place of wholeness and worthiness, no matter what. But you're not quite there yet. You're in between. It's transforming you. And then finally, the next stage is you reach the end of your rope. You feel like, oh my gosh, I've been praying. I've been trying to search for the solution to my problem. I feel myself changing. I'm in between, but you're just so exhausted from being in the in-between stage that you feel like quitting. Maybe you feel like you've just reached the end of your rope. You're still willing to search for the solution to the external problem that you've been having, but nothing is working yet again. So it guides you. Again, this is another place or a moment that's leading you back to God. It's cultivating this peace and then a deeper level of surrender where you're trusting in God, a higher power. You're also in a place of releasing. You're growing spiritually. That next stage of spiritual growth would be releasing control and literally trusting at a much deeper level. You may not even be aware of it yet, or maybe you are. And then the next stage that happens on this messenger's journey is a mentor appears. You've been searching for a loose solution for a long time, and you stumble across a mentor. You can stumble across this mentor that something inside you, your soul recognizes is, man, something in me is drawn to this person. And I can't put my finger on it yet, but I am, and I'm just going to go with it. and I'm just going to experience it and see where it leads me. And you have a choice. You can either accept help from this mentor and guidance, um, and start this new journey, or you can say no to it and stay on the same path that you've been on. And your mentor will show up, cross your path, either in the form of a book, in the form of an introduction from another person. It could be somebody that you're already surrounded by, that you meet at a networking event. It could be someone that you meet at your church. It could be another leader at an organization that you belong to. You could be guided to your mentor in the form of a video, like this video that you're watching now. But you have the choice. And when you do say yes, intuitively, you may sense, I need to say yes and learn from this person, or explore this more. You take a leap of faith. It's blind faith, trusting that you'll be guided no matter what, because you've surrendered it to God, right? And you say yes, and you begin working with this mentor and learning from them, being guided by them on the journey while being surrendered and being guided from God. And the next stage of this journey is, after meeting this mentor, you're guided, and all of a sudden you realize, oh my gosh, this is the answer. This mentor helped me. God helped me. I've been guided. You have the breakthrough. You receive the breakthrough you've been praying for months or for years or for decades. You finally receive it. You learn very important life-changing lessons, and it's all revealed to you. You're so grateful, and you're excited. Deeper transformation happens. You discover a new process that works for you. Your breakthrough can come in the form of a new idea, a big idea. It can come in the breakthrough form of a renewing of your mind, releasing an old limiting belief, maybe a process to help you to break an old habit. It could come in the form of a new blueprint or a new process, or a new way of a fresh new perspective, or a new way of thinking, a new way of being, or how you're showing up in the world. But finally, you have the breakthrough, and you solve the problem that you've had for many years, and you finally make a big step of progress. Finally. And the next thing that happens is, in the journey, is you receive the call. And you've learned a lot of important lessons. You've learned a process or a blueprint, or some way you've learned how to overcome that painful challenge that you had. And not just the external challenge, but the internal challenge, because the problem we have, there's an external strategy that is keeping us stuck, or it's both. There's an internal problem that is really the root cause of it, that needs to be shifted and released and transformed. Both have happened for you, and you're eager to help others, to use your pain, this painful problem that you went through, and that you've been on the journey. It's been years. You finally found the solution, and you feel called to share it with others. You get the call. It's a strong inner nudge to help other people, to share your message, to share your solution with other people, so you can help them out of the pain, because you've been through the pain. That's how you know you can help them. And it keeps tapping you on the shoulder. You're in a comfortable place right now. Every fear you've ever had will be rushed to the surface. Fear of not being good enough, feeling like a fraud factor. Who am I to be the one teaching this or sharing this? And this inner nudge keeps getting stronger and stronger, because you have these newfound lessons that you know have worked for you, this new knowledge, a new process. You know you're being called to start a big calling or an assignment for your life. You have always known that you have an important calling or big mission that you're meant to fulfill in your life. On some level, you've kind of always known that, but now the calling is getting stronger and stronger, and it won't leave you alone. It could be you're meant to share your message, to get on stages, to write that book, to start that business, to not just start that business, but now to take an exponential leap, and quantum leap, to grow that business exponentially and reach thousands or maybe even millions of people, to help more people through the vehicle of your business. But something in you feels like, I want to do this, but I'm afraid, and doubt creeps in, self-doubt. So you can choose to say yes to your calling and go all in and begin this journey to grow to exponentially a quantum leap. Or you can say no and stay on the same path and just do what you've always done. There is no right or wrong answer. It's your decision. But I can tell you right now, if you say yes to this calling, to share this work, this solution, to use your pain, these painful experiences that you've had, and to use it to help other people overcome their pain, and if you say yes and go all in and just do it, I can tell you it is the most transformative, the most fulfilling, the most peaceful and joyful experience you can ever imagine. I said yes to my calling and I went all in, and I was scared to death for a long time. I had all kind of doubt coming up. Fears, fear of being a fraud, fear of not being good enough, fear of, all of those things. Who am I to be able to teach this stuff, right? But I prayed about it. I asked God for guidance to guide me. I said yes, and I went on in. I'm sending you an invitation. I'm inviting you to say yes to your calling and go all in and do it. It's time to stop hiding out or holding back. If this is resonating with you, I invite you to say yes and get off the fence and go all in, whatever that means for you. That means becoming more highly visible and sharing this gift with the world, this solution that you have, this process, this idea, this book, this speech, this message that you have. And I invite you to clarify it and then make this bigger impact in the world that you were born to make. I believe that if you've been on this journey, if you've experienced 2 or more of these stages that I've just presented to you on this journey, I believe you've got a very important calling and assignment for your life. It's no accident that you went through all of that, as painful as it was. It was meant to not only transform you, it was meant to bring to the surface any old fears, doubt, worry, any old judgments, anything, so that it can be brought to the surface and skimmed off and released from your life. Any old mindsets, any of that, any old limiting beliefs. It's time for the next stage of the journey. And I invite you to say yes and go all in if this resonates with you. I would love to offer you a complimentary 45-minute free coaching session with me. I only have 16 of these left. I've already done and given away 26 free coaching sessions. These are actual coaching sessions with me. If you are an entrepreneur, a coach, or a consultant, or a speaker, and you want to build a business that truly serves, you want to be able to package your knowledge and advice and these gifts and these ideas and concepts that you've learned on your journey, and be able to offer those for others so that you can reach thousands or even millions of people and help them to truly change their life because you've been there, you've been on the journey, and you know how to overcome it because you've been there. And if you feel that calling tapping on your shoulder, I invite you to book a call with me. Below this video is a link to my online calendar. I invite you to click the link and schedule your call with me. I only have 16 left. I would love to talk with you personally one-on-one and help you. And what I will help you do is I'll help you to navigate and look at your life's most greatest challenges, those most painful experiences that you went through starting in childhood, even before 7 years old, into your adult life. And then your life's most greatest triumphs and victories. All of that happened for a reason. And those experiences pinpoint who are your ideal clients, who are the specific group of people that you're here to serve and work with. And it also reveals what specific problem that you're here to help them to solve. I want to help you to do that and explore that a little bit further and help you to answer any specific challenges that you've been going through that you need a solution to. Maybe you're trying to grow your business to the next level and you don't know how to clarify your message. You don't know who your ideal clients are. You don't have a system in place to reach more of your ideal clients so that you can help more people and also to earn income to take good care of your family. I can help you with that. Any specific questions or a problem that you have, you'll receive laser coaching from me about that. I would love to help you if this resonates with you. So go ahead and click the link below the video for my online calendar and get your session scheduled with me. 45 minutes. I can't wait to get on the phone with you and talk with you soon. And then leave your comments below. Was this helpful for you? Did something come up within you that made you think, oh my gosh, I think I've been on one of these, I've experienced this or experienced several of these stages? If you have, you're definitely a mentor for someone else. And you're meant to cross their path and help them. That's part of your calling in life. That's really the real purpose of your business. I care about you, and I can't wait to talk to you soon. Have a fantastic day, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye. Mm-hmm. I see there are a couple of people on the live video now. I just decided if you have a specific question for me, type it now. Ask me your question now, and I'll answer it live on this call, like literally on this video right now. I would love to hear from you. So if you have a question or want to share something or had an aha moment when I was sharing this, type it in the section below. I would love to support you. Or you can send me a private message also. I had someone type, just came on. Yeah, instead of rejecting being ignorant about any information or being stuck in any ways. I hear you. I hear what you're saying. I think sometimes we just need to recognize where we're at in our life because really all of us are on a journey, and it doesn't matter whether we say yes to the calling or not, but if you do, I can tell you, man, it's powerful. It's so transformative. It won't be easy, but it will be the most fulfilling thing that you can ever experience. Joy, unspeakable, bubbles up when you're literally using your life to help others in such a powerful way. And you can do that through the vehicle of your business, through sharing your voice, through writing a book, through coaching and consulting and helping others. I guess what I'm really saying is you're really here to be someone else's mentor and guide. Maybe you sense that already, or maybe you don't, but I hope that that you're able to resonate with what I shared today because I believe it can help guide you on your journey either way, whatever's the right next step for you. I will end the call or this session now. And thank you so much for tuning in and watching. To connect with me further so that you'll receive videos like this and great content, you can subscribe to my blog at aprilyvette.com, APRILYVETTE.com. Or click the link below this video and get connected. And then click subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can receive new videos as I release them. Thanks and have a great week. Talk to you soon. Bye.